What's up guys, Chris here from Mainely Mesh, and today I'm bringing you a simple but super exciting review of the brand new Epoch Integra shaft line. This is their third edition, so we'll call it Integra 3. To be clear, it's not called the Integra 3, right? So they're just keeping the Integra name. They're not gonna do all the numbers that we have on the Dragonfly line with like DF8, DF9, all that stuff. But this year's Integra line is super exciting for me. In a very old video of mine now, kind of crazy to think about how old it is, it's like 2 years or so ago, I basically talked about how I thought that the only $100 carbon fiber shaft you should choose between is the Integra, the original Integra, or the ECD carbon. And that had to do with weight, price, all that stuff, and overall quality. And when the Integra 2 came out, basically the reason I didn't do a review on it was that there wasn't all that much of a difference between the Integra 2 and the Integra 1. So there wasn't really anything special enough to make a review about the Integra 3. The third edition is a different story. A little backstory here. The Dragonfly line is Epoch's premium line of shafts, right? That's their $140 model. They introduced the original Integra 4 years ago at the $100 mark to kind of provide an intermediate level. It came in a 5 and a 9 flex. The second version was the first to include torque box, I believe, which was a big step because the torque box and the reload technology are two of my favorites that really brought me over to the Epoch line in the first place. And now with the third edition, they're introducing shapes. So now the Integra line is going to be coming in an E shape, an X shape, and a C shape, just like the regular version of the Dragonflies. I don't think it's gonna come in an F shape. Probably should have done my research. But also those shapes are gonna be coming in D-pole lengths, which is insane. Honestly, when I first found out about that, I was like, oh my God, I feel bad for retailers, that is so many SKUs. But for the consumer, that's awesome. And really at this point, it makes it hard to pass up this shaft at the $100 price point. Before this, as far as I know, every single $100 carbon fiber shaft has been a standard shape other than Laxroom's carbon fiber, which had a concave shape. So that was the only exception, but that's a very standard carbon fiber shaft. Great quality nonetheless, but that was the only other one. But now Epoch is offering all their shapes at the $100 price point, which is dangerous for the competition. The other big improvement in a lot of people's minds from the 2 to the 3 is the weight. So the 2 came in at 170 grams. This is now down to 162, which in my mind is a really, really nice balanced weight. That's about kind of that prime balanced shaft weight. I usually weight my shafts to be in that kind of 150, 160 weight instead of down in that 140 gram weight of the Dragonfly line. So actually at the moment I have an X30 on my game stick just because I like the way it feels. Also, with that extra weight, you're getting some extra strength. So wouldn't be surprised if these are actually hold up a little bit better than the Dragonfly line just because the Dragonfly cuts so much weight out of their shafts, right? So whenever you are picking high quality shafts, when you have a super light shaft, it is more likely to break, right? That's the single biggest correlation. You got more weight, you got more beef to it, it's probably gonna be stronger. So having this 162 gram carbon fiber shaft, this thing's gonna be pretty tough to beat. So why would you not just buy the Integra over the Dragonfly 8? Well, really the only difference is two things. The first is the 12K weave that the 8 features at the bottom of the shaft. This is a 7, my 8's in the car. So what this does is this just provides a little bit of extra cross-check strength. Frankly, at the short stick level, it doesn't make that much of a difference just because you usually cross-check with your hands a little wider. So having it down here doesn't change all that much. Sorry, I'm burping. The only reason I like it a little bit more is in my head, it seems to be a little bit more consistent shooting-wise. There's no flex in between your heads, in between your hands. Honestly, I'm probably making that up. So it doesn't matter all that much, but this is a very expensive material. That's why they added on the Dragonfly line and not the Integra line. The other difference is the surface veil technology for the 8, which is just another one of those things that they add to improve a little bit of strength without sacrificing weight, right? So they're really just trying to get as light of a shaft as possible while it's still holding up pretty well. So those are the two big differences. Basically, you're dropping a ton of weight for the Dragonfly line. The Integra line's a little beefier, but probably a little bit stronger. But now that it has the shapes, it's hard to beat. All in all, what would I recommend? Personally, if I still was running my store and anyone came in and they were looking for a really nice carbon fiber shaft, I'd probably push them to the Integra first. I have spoken time and time again about how I don't think the crazy lightest shaft on the market is the best option, and especially for you guys who really like to hack in high school, because frankly, you're not that disciplined yet, and I was definitely one of those kids. This is going to be a great option that's probably going to last you a little bit longer. Really, once I saw that the shapes were coming out in the Integra, I actually was a little worried for the Dragonfly line because, you know, I really think it could take a chunk out of that upper tier market. You know, I don't think there's as much of a reason to go for the Dragonfly anymore. Yeah, there's some cool stuff, but really, you know, as long as you're just going for something durable, you're trying to get away from metal shafts that bend all the time, that snap all the time, that get annoying, this is really where I would go. And honestly, I would probably stay unless I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, I absolutely need an 140 gram shaft. I will not play with anything else. And to me, that's a much more advanced decision. Or you're going for the aesthetic, but this is a really solid product. I can't say that enough. ECD Carbon, you have been warned. This might now take the king spot at the $100 price point, especially with the shapes. No one's really competing there. So that's about it on the Dragonfly Integra. If you guys have any questions, ask me in the comments down below. Make sure you buy at the link down below, www. whatever the bit link is. Help me out. Thanks so much, guys. Catch you guys next time. Like, comment, subscribe. I probably already said that.